Hello and welcome to your daily dose of Satoshi's news. Today's date is Tuesday, the 30th of September 2025. The year BSV comes alive. Branch of threads, expand your mind with treechat.ai. All your posts put on chain. Right, let's see what we've got today. Again, just going to have to whiz through some posts on my own profile. Some of them are actually really quite funny. So going to have to a little bit of catch up on yesterday's. Sorry about not putting a show out yesterday. I was just absolutely knackered. And I'm also working on another sort of documentary video. It takes so much brain power. Like honestly, I just couldn't do any more than what I was already doing. I was like, right, I just need to go to bed. So that's what happened yesterday. Just excusing myself. So yeah, we'll go through that. Cointelegraph says here, Visa direct test stablecoins as cash equivalent for instant transfers. So they're jumping on the bandwagon all of a sudden after 15 years. Also, Cointelegraph says Bitcoin isn't dying, it's becoming domesticated. What an absolute load of shit that is. That is like literally just trying to make crap up. Qatar Banks taps JP Morgan blockchain for faster US dollar payments. What? Anyway, we'll have a look at a few of those, and then obviously we'll just go through the figures, see what's going on, because there's some big news coming, and then we'll finish with a Kellenschweller countdown. Right, let's get into it.
Satoshi, like a cowboy in the West, riding on the blockchain that they call the very best. 1 million strong, and transactions flying free. Just wait for the terror node, you'll surely see.
Alrighty, here we go. Right, so this was just yesterday. I've said Bitcoin pawns, as in like BTC, on the move. Whale Alert has said here, a dormant address containing 400 BTC, which is $44 million, has just been activated after 11.9 years. Oh, what's this? 44,320,294 USD. All right, worth $236,000 in 2013. Oof. You know, all these old addresses waking up. What could be happening, I wonder? And look at this. I've put, woke symbols here. Whatever this profile was said. This whale just to prove that Diamond Hands isn't just a meme. It's a retirement plan. Yeah, that's right. Do nothing with it. That's called Ponzi scheme. You're not using it. You're not spending it. You're not sharing it. You're not growing the economy with it. Such a load of crap, Diamond Hands. Honestly, that's the cabal narrative. Rod Sirloin did a really, really funny post here on Craig when he was saying, I must have read it when I wrote it, as in wrote the white paper. And then he's got the meme of watching you. Let's see, here we go.
Had this section on how identity worked in Bitcoin. I remember reading it probably when I wrote it.
Well, he said he wrote it. He said he wrote it. You know, could he be Satoshi Nakamoto? You know, I mean, he thinks faster than he can speak, so he sometimes trips over his words. But I think he probably writes faster than he can speak. I'm absolutely crazy. But the fact is, there was an admission. It's your choice as to whether you believe it or not. Oh yeah. Another video there from Rod Sirloin. That was great stuff. Another woke emojis here. They go, oh yeah, we caught Charlie Kirk's killer after 33 hours. Every time they mention 33, they're talking absolute bullshit, or indicating, signing secretly. Check this out. I said, my, I think Greg Maxwell might be jealous of a cucumber that size compared to his 1 meg Greg aspirations. And this was CSW holding up a rather large cucumber. What could that possibly mean? Looks like a green dildo. He said, it's coming along great. The cucumbers are starting to get ready to be harvested. Some already quite large and others still catching up. There's a good mixing size and you can see the plants are producing steadily, which means we'll have a proper run of them over the next weeks. Is there a cryptic message in there? What could possibly he be inferring? If anything. Who knows? But, I would suggest we've got quite a lot to look forward to, particularly during the month of October. Those who know what I mean. Oh, yeah. And yeah, more woke stuff here. Good grief, it's shocking what's going on. This was hilarious. We're here to arrest you for calling us. This is a meme of the two coppers that turned up, obviously with Keir Starmer's face and Sadiq Khan on there. You know, they're all in the same club. And Ben O'Wine said here, do you think the late Queen would be upset about how her son Charles is doing as king? I said, no. She knew full well she'd be committing high treason on the people and leaving it on his shoulders to deal with. That's why he's betrayed the Church of England and become a Muslim for his own protection against the British people once they find out. That's what I suspect. And check this video out. Somebody talking about passports and how far they are along with them already. Here we go. Let's have a listen to what he says here. Quite scary. This is concerned citizens saying the vaccine passport is a misnomer. It's about total control. If digital ID gets implemented anywhere, especially in a Western nation, it's not going away. If you eat the wrong food, if you buy the wrong book, it goes against your social credit score. Chinese guy explains how digital ID is used in China and how it controls everyone's lives. Remember, the global model for the West is based on the of China, well, on the one in China. Klaus Schwab and the WEF even on record stating this. Let's have a listen. This is what's coming our way. They've already got the technology to do it.
If you go to China, they're piloting it a few years ago in Shenzhen. So I lived overseas. If you go to Shenzhen, back in 2017, they already had facial recognition cameras there. So if you jaywalked in Shenzhen, they would immediately detect that and send you a notification. And they would deduct money from your what they call WeChat account. They use two main apps, WeChat and Alipay. So you can actually deduct your money directly from your account. This is 4 years ago. So this is not like some sort of conspiracy theory. It's not something that's going to happen 10 years into the future. This happened pre-corona in China. And so this system in China that exists is extremely advanced. They can detect if it's a man or a woman. They can guess your age. They can detect what kind of car model it is, who the manufacturer is. This is a sort of technology that we see in all these dystopian sort of films and whatever. And people keep putting it off and thinking that this is something that's going to happen later in my kids' lifetime or my grandkids. It's already here. And if this gets implemented anywhere, especially in a Western nation, it's not going away. Israel is already talking about the fourth shot. Then they're going to be going to herpes, and they're going to ask if you're gay. They're going to be asking if you ate 3 pizzas this week because it's unhealthy. If you buy certain books from certain countries, your country doesn't like you. You'll lose points in the social credit score system. So this is already the reality of the world in certain places, and we need to be aware of that if we don't want that or if we do. And to be perfectly honest, anybody who wants this vaccine passport, it's a misnomer. It's total control. Everything you do or don't do will be calculated to the point where if they can detect your GPS signal, if you have a phone on you, they can detect who you're hanging out with. Oh, you're hanging out with somebody that said something bad 9 years ago on Weibo, okay, like a Chinese equivalent to Facebook or something like that, right? Oh, you lose 2 points. Oh, you bought Japanese books, you lose 5 points because you don't like Japan. This is what is going to come here because it's already there.
And we're doing that a little bit with contact tracing for COVID, aren't we? So that they can see where you're at and who you're with.
The simple reality is that the technology that CSIS has and all these big tech corporations, they already know where you are. It's just that they don't want to shock the system too much and admit that they have it. Edward Snowden revealed all this back in 2013. He fled to Hong Kong. They wouldn't keep him there, so now he's in Russia.
Yeah.
But the NSA has all of your information. They know your Google searches from like February 9th, 2004 in a bunker in Colorado.
Help me, Rhonda.
Right? They have all this information. So, but they don't, like in the US, they have the Fourth Amendment. They're not supposed to track you forever.
There we go. You heard it. He's absolutely spot on. They've already got the systems in place. Literally, it's just a case of how are they going to implement it, and this is why they're sort of trying to Armstrong in this digital ID. You know, like he said, if we let it in, it's not going to go away. Same with this lot. I mean, look at this video. This is absolutely outrageous. We know what it means. I'll tell you my response to this in just a minute. Nice. Yeah. So, the first stage is openly bragging. The next is reality. Yeah, that's what's coming. And the Basil the Great has said here, now it's a question of just how much of a backward country the UK wants to become, promoting effing cousins. And this was an article here saying the first cousin marriages has benefits as NHS guidance despite birth defects. Tory MP says a health service should stop taking the knee to damaging cultural practices. Oh my God, the NHS has been urged to apologise for publishing guidance extolling the benefits of first cousin marriages despite the increased risk of birth defects. Well, things are, that's what they want. You know, they want ignorant. They want a generation of ignorant retards, basically. So easy to conquer. This was really funny. The young old man was responding to me here with one of these dildo meme, one of these green candle memes. Yeah, that is awesome. That is awesome. That was in response to CSW there. Loving that little nod at the end. Brilliant. Love it. Yeah, read that. And it's the words C-U-R-E that you can't ever use. And they've got that in the Cancer Act. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Captain BSV said here, on local BSV, users sign their own transactions and broadcast them directly to the blockchain. Not through our platform. We don't collect a fee. This keeps us non-custodial, avoids licensing requirements, and ensures you remain in full control of your funds. I've not used this yet. My BSV wallet. This looks ace. This looks fantastic. Didn't know that existed. That's great. So my BSV wallet. It's a shame you didn't put the link to that. That would have been pretty great. I've got other posts here about this is why the world needs Bitcoin. Obviously can't play them because they're on YouTube already. So 1000 BSV said here, it's a bit long, but it's something truly necessary for this long wait. I'd be grateful if you could read it through to the end. Okay, you're welcome. Here we go. The reason for the delay in BSV's current rise can be explained from a macroeconomic perspective. During the COVID-19 period in 2020, we experienced the first historical steep rate cuts, which led to an excess supply of liquidity. Starting with the Russian-Ukraine war, we then saw the first historically steep rate hikes. This disturbed the usual liquidity cycle, causing it to be pushed back slightly. However, there's no need to worry. In Q4 of 2025, an enormous amount of liquidity will flow into the cryptocurrency market, and BSV will experience an explosion surge in line with this. Trump and his son have been strongly emphasized in the fourth quarter. Why is that? Is it just bluster? Absolutely not. There are people who hold tremendous influence over the world, and they know what's coming. The cycle has been delayed by about 9 months from its original timeline. It has indeed been a tough and exhausting market, but eventually another massive bubble will come. And although a BSV will achieve tremendous wealth, although some of my previous predictions were off due to the market's delay, the cycle is now just around the corner and a major rally is imminent. Thank you for reading this long message. Look, all of this trade analysis is absolute bullshit. It's utter bullshit because the market is completely 100% manipulated. There is absolutely no point in doing any trade analysis whatsoever. Trade analysis would only apply under natural market conditions. These are not. They are completely manipulated. So as in my response here, all the market is completely manipulated and the price suppression is by design. Which this guy seems to have completely missed out. But that is my opinion. I thought this was funny. I said the amount of shite that must have been spoken at this event is mind-boggling. And this was the event here. It was the British Blockchain Association. Look back at our annual International Blockchain Scientific Conference. Honestly, all these people talking absolute crap. I don't think any of them would have ever mentioned BSV, which means they don't have a clue what they're talking about. They're talking absolute crap. Blockchain is just simply linking data together via hash numbers and indexing them in blocks. Like, so what? You know, that's not the genius of it. The genius of it is using it as part of creating a commoditized network. You have data linked together stemming from an economically competitive distributed foundation. You know, and then unbounded scale, fixed asset supply, so that the network is operated via economic incentive and not central control. And these people haven't got an effing clue. So whoever listened to that would have been wasting their time. James Melville said here, a QR code is not freedom. Digital ID is not freedom. We should never ever sleepwalk towards losing our freedoms and rights for the sake of safety or convenience. It's a government control trap. Look at this. I mean, it's pretty terrifying, really. Mind you, it looks pretty horrendous, but I know people that have been to China and just said they just simply don't queue anyway. They just barge each other out of the way. Queuing is like a British thing, but that's because it's more efficient. You get through in a queue, you start crowding in like that. Takes longer. Check this out. Mooncoin Rising said, breaking news, and again, this isn't anything official. He said, Centbee wallet just synced for me. I saw the post below, which I agree with, Martin points, and one person said theirs worked. My wallet has not synced in months. Haven't tried transacting, but it is progress. Praying for you, Lorian Garmaroff, and Centbee support. Yeah, so that was in response to Martin saying 2 months gone and we're still waiting. Is Centbee dead, or do they just need a serious course in public relations and customer communication? I haven't heard anything official on that, but it'd be really nice if we did get something. But for the moment, I would say your coins are safe on Centbee. If you can't get them, I don't think anybody else can. You've got the PIN code, you've got your private key, you've got the seed phrase. They can be got at, but again, it would be really nice if Centbee did fire up one more time, just so that everybody could move their coins if that's what's needed. So it would be nice to hear something from them. Yes, indeed. Yeah, David Wolf says a digital ID will hand them the keys to your life. A cashless society will lock the door behind you. Don't let them trap you in. That's what it's all about. Had a really good video chat here from the Terranode team. I actually listened to the whole thing. Thought it was great, actually. Really good insight. This was check this one out. So Watcher Guru said here, top US crypto regulator Adriana Harris resigns. Does she know something? Top US crypto regulator Andrea Harris is resigning from her position as the superintendent of New York's Department of Financial Services. New York Governor Kathy Hochul announced Harris's departure on Wednesday, which will be effective in October. Harris served in the position for 4 years. But why? Why is she leaving all of a sudden? Does she know something that we know? I would be out there if I knew what I know now, because the heat is going to be on her big time. BSV Revolution said here, this is hilarious, in response to CSW's post holding the cucumber. Brilliant. They said a BSV price now is now measured in cucumbers. Oh dear, love it. I do love the humour in BSV. I do love it. And this is great. So Mort here has said, have a look at Dropblocks.org. Dropblocks is a BSV file storage system. Immutable file provenance on the blockchain and shareable links. BRC100 compliant. It requires a BRC100 wallet such as Metanet Desktop. Let me know how it goes. This looks like it's replacing Bitcoin files. So you can now store things on chain. Just pay for the upload. Absolutely fantastic. This is what we want, an immutable storage device, which is what we know Bitcoin brings. Bitcoin files was absolutely awesome, but again, saboteurs hijacked that one. Same with Streamanity, same with ReallyX, same individual behind all of that. Great stuff. Not. Check this one out. Illuminati bot said here, don't sacrifice your children to Baal, vote Moloch. And the Moloch has said, don't sacrifice your children to Moloch, vote Baal. And that is literally what Conservative is versus Labour and Democrat versus Republic. Crazy. And this was have a listen to this. Bernie here said, here's Tony Blair on predicting criminals even before they're born with digital ID, all based on the information the government will hold on you, able to identify children from dysfunctional families. Now exchange functional for far right. Oh, yeah, here we go. Have a listen to this. This is insane. What was that movie by Tom Cruise? Minority Report. Absolutely insane. Here we go.
The information held on you and your children will be used to stop crimes being committed even before they've taken place.
Very nice. If we're not prepared to predict and intervene far more early, then there are children that are going to grow up in families that we know perfectly well are completely dysfunctional, and the kids a few years down the line are going to be a menace to society and actually a threat to themselves.
I'm interested in how early, because a lot of the evidence suggests you need to be getting in there while the child is still in nappies, frankly.
Or pre-birth even. Or pre-birth even. Or pre-birth even.
Absolute insanity. And what about his kids? Yeah? Totalitarian, absolute traitors to their country? Think something needs to be done to sort them out, maybe. Yeah, crazy. Right. Let's move on. Cointelegraph says here, Visa Direct test stablecoins as cash equivalent for instant transfers. All right. Visa has launched a stablecoin pilot using USDC and Eurocoin to enable real-time cross-border payments, aiming to modernize treasury operations. Visa has launched a pilot allowing banks and financial institutions to pre-fund cross-border payments using stablecoins. Yeah, because it's better than their central banking and SWIFT system. Easier said than done is using blockchain technology. However, they don't know the one blockchain that can scale to meet all the world's requirements, that will absorb all the world's internet traffic. That's the big secret they don't want you to know, and everybody is going to have to use it. Those who are smart will jump on it first. Right, let's see what the other article was. Bitcoin isn't dying, it's becoming domesticated. What a load of shite. It's this. Qatar Bank taps JP Morgan's blockchain for fast US dollar stable payments. It's a treasurer's dream, said I think that's Qatar's National Bank's Kamal Morris, highlighting how the bank's shift to JP Morgan's Kinexi blockchain enables near-instant 24/7 payments. Yeah, all right, yeah. So JP Morgan have what? Now brought out their own blockchain? What a fucking joke. What a joke. Oh yeah, Bitcoin's a scam, but our one isn't. Yeah, we'll use our own blockchain. It's going to change the world. It's going to revolutionise the blockchain. How many times have I heard that over the last decade and a half? Oh my God. Right, let's have a quick look at these figures. It's all 22 minutes gone already. I think I'll do a quick 10-minute show. Turns into like half an hour. Right, $24. Transactions 45%. Block size 94.1%. Nice blocks coming in through here. 10, 38, 54, 23, 36, 31, 23, 66, 67. That's the biggest block in there. So more data in that one block than the entire column of Gregcoin. Currently 38,000 times cheaper to transact on Bitcoin than Gregcoin. It's 7.7% more profitable to mine on genuine Bitcoin. It's creeping up slowly, just slowly. It's been like 30, 40, 50, 60%. You're mining genuine Bitcoin at a, 30, 40, 50, 60% comparable loss. And now at prices where they're an all-time low, it's 7.7% more profitable. Can you believe it? The door is being opened, ready for the horse to bolt. But shitcoiners won't know what I'm talking about. However, genuine Bitcoiners will. Oh, yeah. Let's have a look at the politics in the pie charts then. Here we go. Global hash rate 7 days, 24 hours. Gregcoin hash rate other miners 11.11. Bcrush other miners 16.6. Fisher Price Cash other miners 50.6. And then we've got, CoinDance not showing the figures for Bitcoin. Look at this. So we just had a little bit of a price rally here, and it's kind of like being sustained after that push down. We're sort of back there where it plummeted. Registering 24.49, 24-hour low 23.42. We're just below $24. $24. There we go. Let's have a look at Bitcoin versus Gregcoin. So just losing out slightly. Look at steady decline. But you know, as they say, well, I was going to say, what goes down must go up. Like the Titanic. I don't think so. But anyway, we know it's completely manipulated, you know. And the more the price goes down, there's like the further the bow or the string on the bow is being pulled back. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. Let's have a look at the overall market then. $3.8 trillion of utter crap. Gregcoin, $114,000. 24-hour trade volume, just 2.2% of the market cap. $51 billion 24-hour turnover. So the price was dropping, and then it's just sort of rallied back up again. I wonder if they'll be printing Tether to support that. Let's have a quick look. See what's been going on here. Market cap. Oh, would you believe it? What went in today? So looks like 400 million. Yeah, 400 million they pumped in today. That's why we're seeing that price rally there. Honestly, it's so correlated. It's ridiculous. Right, let's have a look at let's just have a quick look at the market. ETH 4,150 XRP, $2.86. Binance Coin $1,000. Oh my god. Can you see when they started printing a Binance dollar coin? Look at that. Absolutely insane. $1,000. But again, I think Binance only allows traders to withdraw something like $300 a week. Something ridiculous. So let's say you've got millions on Binance. You ain't getting out. No way. No way. Gilded Cage is what it is. So look at all these coins. Look, all move the same. Cake coin. Jeepers. Whereas Bitcoin 97. Look at that. The only genuine digital commodity on the entire market cap. Fourth in terms of transaction volume in the entire market ranking, and yet it's buried down at number 97 in market cap. Absolutely crazy. Oh, just had a little bit of a rally this afternoon. Nice. That looks all right. So CoinDCX, somebody sent me some of the figures on one of the charts. It literally looks like blatant wash trading, where they are artificially suppressing the price. That's it, because nobody's really buying it. There's nobody using it. So when there's no one using it, it's really easy to do wash trading, to just simply keep suppressing the price. That's literally all they're doing. Huobi in second, but let's have a look at liquidity. Seems to be spreading out a little bit more. We'll keep an eye on that as things change. Right, 365 days of Bitcoin history. We've got the Bitcoin email number 33 of the Marty Malmy emails. But that's all we've got for today. But look at this. On the 1st of October 2012, Julian Assange said here, in the era of mass surveillance, the last free living people will be the ones who know how to use cryptography. I would actually change that to, the last free living people will be the ones who know how to use genuine Bitcoin. That's what it should be. BSV. That's what I think. That's what he's missed there. Right, check this out. It is the last day in September. It is 12 days past the end of the Kellenschweller countdown as we're counting up. We are about to cross into the month of October. Oh, this is going to get spicy. So we've got the 5th of October. We know that that date is significant. We've got the open source public release of Terranode, and we've got the London Blockchain Conference coming up. It's going to be epic, so you're not going to want to miss all the shenanigans that happen between now and then. So hit like, press the subscribe button. It's going to be absolutely epic. So until then, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.
The king still has one more move.